Good morning, church family. I hope you're doing well on this Tuesday morning. I hope your week got off to a good start yesterday as we read a little bit about Solomon. And today we're going to kind of pick up where we left off. If you remember from last week's reading and this week's reading, David's reign has come to an end and Solomon has become the king of Israel. And so yesterday, the Lord came and he asked Solomon, he said, Solomon, what would you like? You can have whatever you want. And Solomon asked for wisdom. And if you continue reading in that passage, you would go on to see that because of Solomon's request for wisdom, that God gave him everything he could ever ask for. I mean, an abundance of everything he could ever dream of having. And yesterday we talked about that for us to ask for wisdom, to strive for wisdom, is truly striving to be like Christ because he is the most wise person who has ever lived. Well, that brings us to our reading today. And our reading this morning is Proverbs 1, verses 1 through 19. And Proverbs is a book that is full of wise sayings and of wise lessons. Many people who are not even Christians and who don't even read the Bible would probably know a lot of the sayings or a lot of the words in Proverbs because many times in our lives we hear these popular phrases or sayings and they actually come from this book of Proverbs. So Proverbs chapter 1, verses 1 through 19 is where we're reading today. And we're going to see that this is where Solomon really starts asking for wisdom and he kind of starts understanding what this idea of wisdom really looks like. We see as we read this today, there's one verse I think that kind of sums this all up. And that's in verse 7 where Solomon says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, and fools despise wisdom and instruction." And as we read throughout this proverb more and more, we're going to see that true godly wisdom is the opposite of foolishness. It's the opposite of living in sin and in evil. That those who walk with the Lord and those who grow in the Lord and those who are obedient to the Lord, that you find a lot of wisdom in their way. And that should be the goal of us as Christians to have wisdom, to walk in wisdom, and to ask the Lord every day for more and more wisdom so that we can grow closer to Him, so that we can be molded to be more like Him. So I hope as your Tuesday starts, I hope as you get your day going this morning that you will read this Proverbs 1, 1 through 19, and that you will see the importance of wisdom, you will understand why you need wisdom, and that you will go to the Lord, that you will ask Him for wisdom, that you will pray, and that you will study His Word so that you may become more wise, so that you may grow closer to Him, become more like Him, and so that you may follow Him in obedience. So I hope you have a great Tuesday. I hope you see some more things in this passage that stick out to you about wisdom. Please share those with us on our Facebook page here. We'd love to talk to you just to hear kind of what the Lord is speaking to you. So I hope you have a great Tuesday. Know that I'm praying for you and that I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.